Part 1. The Power of Early Morning and Gratitude. I want to share something that completely shifted my life in a very short span of time. And it might sound unbelievable, but if you give it a sincere try, I promise it can change yours too. For the longest time, I was not a morning person at all. My bed felt like my safest place, and I would keep hitting the snooze button, delaying the start of my day. The mornings used to feel rushed and chaotic, leaving me stressed and unprepared. But one day, I made a conscious decision to wake up early, just 15 minutes earlier than usual, and gradually extend it. The first few days were hard. Dragging myself out of bed felt like a battle, and I questioned whether this effort was worth it. Yet, on the third day, a profound change happened. The calmness of the early morning, the quiet before the world wakes up, gave me a sense of peace I hadn't felt in years. I started spending this time in light exercise and stretching, which energized me physically, but more importantly, I started meditating and reflecting on my intentions for the day. In those moments of stillness, I remembered Allah's blessings and felt gratitude fill my heart, realizing that each day is a gift that should not be wasted. Slowly, I noticed I was no longer rushing through breakfast or my morning routine. I was more organized, calmer, and productive. One morning, I watched the sunrise from my balcony, observing how the sky shifted from darkness to golden light, and I felt a deep connection with the Creator. It made me reflect on the importance of starting my day with purpose, gratitude, and mindfulness, even a small act of consciously thanking Allah for my health, my family, and the opportunities before me transformed my mindset. I encourage everyone to try this. You don't have to wake up at 4 a.m. immediately. Even 15 minutes earlier than your usual wake-up time can make a noticeable difference. Use that time to pray, reflect, or simply plan your day mindfully. Over time, you will notice that waking up early isn't just about gaining extra hours. It's about gaining peace, focus, and a connection with Allah, which can completely reshape how you approach your day. This simple habit was the foundation that allowed me to feel more in control of my life and emotionally balanced. Trust me, small changes like this one, rooted in mindfulness and gratitude, can snowball into major transformations in your life. Part 2. The transformative habit of daily exercise. One habit that completely reshaped my energy and mindset was committing to daily exercise. Honestly, I was never someone who enjoyed working out. Every morning I would find excuses. I'm too tired. I'll do it tomorrow, or I don't have time. But I realized that neglecting my body was affecting my health, mood, and even my focus on spiritual matters. So I challenged myself to move, even if just for 20 minutes a day. The first days were tough. My muscles ached, and I often questioned whether the effort was worth it. But gradually, I began noticing something remarkable. Not only did my body feel stronger, but my mind felt clearer, calmer, and more centered. I discovered that physical activity is not just about fitness. It's a form of self-discipline and respect for the body Allah has entrusted to us. On one particular morning, I went for a jog in the crisp air and felt a profound sense of freedom. The rhythm of my steps, the fresh breeze, and the quiet around me made me feel connected to the world and to my Creator in a way I had never experienced before. I also incorporated light stretching and even tried yoga, which taught me patience, mindfulness, and awareness of every movement. By focusing on my physical health, I realized I was indirectly nurturing my mental and spiritual well-being. These 20 minutes became a sacred time, a daily ritual that reminded me of the blessing of having a healthy body and the importance of taking care of it. Slowly, I started to see improvements not just physically, but emotionally as well. I felt more positive, less anxious, and more motivated to tackle challenges. The habit of consistent exercise reminded me of the Islamic principle of maintaining balance in life, caring for the body, mind, and soul. Every day I was able to channel my energy toward productive work, prayer, and reflection. Exercise became a daily reminder that effort, consistency, and patience are rewarded, both in worldly life and spiritually. I want to encourage you, if you have been neglecting your body, start small. Even 10 to 20 minutes a day, with sincere intention and gratitude, can transform your energy and outlook. It's not about perfection. It's about persistence and honoring the gift of health that Allah has given us. This simple habit turned out to be one of the most empowering changes in my life. Part 3. The Power of Journaling and Self-Reflection. Journaling completely transformed the way I understand myself and my daily experiences. Before I started, I thought writing was only for people with lots of free time or those who are naturally introspective. Honestly, I was skeptical. Who has time to sit down and write about their day when there are endless tasks and distractions? but I decided to dedicate just 10 minutes every night to put my thoughts on paper. And what happened next amazed me. On the first night, I stared at the blank page, unsure what to write. Then I started simply, what made me happy today? What challenges did I face? Slowly, this habit became more profound. I wrote about my fears, dreams, and even insecurities. It was like having a heart-to-heart conversation with myself without judgment. Through journaling, I started noticing patterns in my thoughts and behaviors. I realized that many worries were out of my control, while others were areas where I could take actionable steps. One night, I wrote about a particularly stressful work situation, exploring exactly what caused me, anxiety, and how I could respond differently next time. That simple act of reflection brought clarity, peace, and a sense of control over my emotions. I also started noting small victories and moments of gratitude, which shifted my focus from what I lacked to appreciating what I had. Even small acts of kindness I experienced became entries that inspired me to give back and stay mindful of Allah's blessings. Journaling became a form of therapy, helping me untangle complex emotions and connect spiritually. Every word I wrote reminded me of Allah's mercy, guidance, and the importance of self-awareness. The habit encouraged me to live intentionally, reflect on my intentions, and focus on progress rather than perfection. If you've never tried journaling, I highly recommend it. You don't need fancy tools or elaborate writing. Just write your heart, your thoughts, or your reflections. The act itself will give you clarity, reduce stress, and strengthen your connection with your Creator. Over time, journaling revealed insights about my strengths, weaknesses, and patterns of behavior that were holding me back. It reminded me that self-reflection, mindfulness, and gratitude are powerful tools in life, and when practiced consistently, they can lead to both personal and spiritual growth. This habit turned out to be a cornerstone of my transformation, helping me cultivate a stronger mind, a calmer heart, and a purposeful life. Part 4. Mindful Eating and Health Awareness. One of the most surprising habits that changed my life was practicing mindful eating. I used to eat quickly, often distracted by my phone or laptop, hardly noticing the flavors or the quantity of food I consumed. It wasn't until I made a conscious decision to slow down and be present with each meal that I realized how much I had been neglecting both my body and my health. I started by clearing my table, removing distractions, and simply focusing on the experience of eating. Every bite became a lesson in awareness. I noticed textures, flavors, and the subtle sensations of each meal. Fresh fruits tasted sweeter, vegetables crunched with a satisfying texture, and even simple oatmeal became a moment of gratitude. This practice taught me to honor my body, which Allah has entrusted to me, by being conscious of what and how I eat. Gradually, I began listening to my hunger and fullness cues. I naturally ate less, felt satisfied, and discovered that mindful eating reduced stress and boosted energy levels. Beyond the physical benefits, this habit also revealed my emotional patterns. I realized that many times I ate out of boredom, stress, or comfort rather than genuine hunger. By pausing and asking myself why I wanted food, I could redirect my energy toward prayer, reflection, or connecting with loved ones. One evening, instead of indulging in dessert after a long day, I paused, reflected, and chose a warm cup of herbal tea. This simple decision gave me a sense of control and mindfulness that extended into other areas of life. Practicing mindful eating also deepened my spiritual awareness. With every bite, I thanked Allah for the sustenance and blessings, cultivating gratitude and a sense of inner peace. Over time, this small shift transformed my relationship with food, improved my health, and strengthened my focus on intentional living. If you feel disconnected from your body or your habits, I encourage starting with one mindful meal per day. Sit down, breathe, taste, and reflect. It may seem small, but it can ignite profound changes in both your health and spiritual connection. Part 5. Limiting screen time and reconnecting with life. One habit that completely reshaped my daily life was limiting my screen time. I realized how much of my day was disappearing into endless scrolling on social media, watching videos, or checking emails. Honestly, it was affecting my mental health, sleep, and productivity without me even noticing. So I decided to set boundaries. 1 hour per day for non-work related screen activities. The first few days were challenging. I was so used to filling every spare moment with my phone that it felt strange to stop. But soon I discovered a world beyond screens. I started reading books I had been neglecting, sketching, cooking new recipes, and taking evening walks in the fresh air. One evening as I strolled through the park, I felt a deep sense of freedom, peace, and connection with the world and Allah's creation. Without the constant distractions of screens, I could notice the beauty around me, the birds, the wind, the simple joy of moving my body. My sleep improved dramatically because I no longer stayed up late scrolling through feeds. I even started a nightly routine that included reflection, reading and prayer instead of my usual screen time. Mentally, I felt clearer, calmer, and more present in conversations and activities. Each time I was tempted to check my phone, I reminded myself of the positive changes I was experiencing. Limiting screens isn't about eliminating technology. It's about balance, mindfulness, and intentionality. It's about reclaiming hours that were slipping away, which I could now dedicate to self-improvement, family prayer, and personal growth. Small changes, like stepping away from screens, brought profound benefits to my focus, emotional well-being, and spiritual awareness. I encourage you to try this. Start small, just reduce an hour of unnecessary screen time, and notice how you reconnect with yourself, your loved ones, and Allah's blessings. It's incredible how much clarity and contentment can come from simply being more present in life. This habit reminded me that the time we have is a gift, and how we use it shapes our happiness, productivity, and spiritual growth. Over time, this shift taught me patience, gratitude, and mindfulness in all areas of life. Part 6. Consistency, faith, and small changes, leading to big transformations. Reflecting on all these habits, waking up early, exercising, journaling, mindful eating, and limiting screen time, I realized that the most powerful lesson is consistency combined with faith. Life-changing transformations don't happen overnight, but small daily actions, performed sincerely, create a ripple effect. Each morning, when I woke up early and offered gratitude to Allah, I felt a renewed sense of purpose. Daily exercise strengthened not just my body but my patience and self-discipline. Journaling gave me clarity, mindfulness, and a safe space to confront my thoughts honestly. Mindful eating taught me gratitude, respect for my body, and awareness of emotional triggers. Limiting screen time helped me reconnect with the real world, my loved ones, and my spiritual practices. These habits, though simple, became tools of empowerment. The key is consistency and sincerity, seeking Allah's guidance while committing to personal growth. Even when I faltered, I reminded myself that perfection isn't the goal. Progress is. Every day I asked myself, how can I improve just a little more today? And over time, these small changes compounded into significant transformations. This process taught me patience, resilience, and the importance of nurturing both my physical and spiritual self. I also realized that life is a test and every effort, no matter how small, counts when we seek Allah's pleasure and guidance. Sharing my journey on YouTube, I hope to inspire others to take small, intentional steps towards self-improvement, mindfulness, and spiritual awareness. Start with one habit, practice it consistently, and observe the changes. Life can feel overwhelming, but breaking it into manageable steps, grounded in faith and gratitude, makes transformation achievable. Over time, these habits do not just change your routines, they change your mindset, character, and outlook on life. I encourage everyone watching this to reflect on one small step they can take today. Dedicate it to Allah and commit sincerely. Progress, not perfection, is the path to growth. In my journey, I discovered that true transformation comes from combining mindful actions, consistent effort, and trust in Allah. It is this balance between personal responsibility and spiritual awareness that turns ordinary routines into extraordinary growth. Remember, small changes compounded over time lead to immense results. And with faith, patience, and intentionality, anyone can reshape their life into a journey of fulfillment, purpose, and inner peace.